Joining me in the studio now, Mark Register, Business Developer for Center for Human Services in Sedalia. Thanks for joining us.
Stephanie, thanks so much for having me. I'm really happy to be here.
We're glad to have you here, and I know you do so much. There's no way we could touch on all of it because you do amazing things, and I want to make sure that people in this community know there are resources and that they can be a resource to you as well.
That's exactly right.
All right. For someone who may not know about the Center for Human Services, will you please explain to them what it is?
Sure. The Center for Human Services actually is a multifaceted agency that has been in Sedalia for over 60 years. We began back in the 1950s as the Crippled Children's Center. Then we evolved into the Children's Therapy Center and the Sheltered Workshop. And now we're the Center for Human Services, employing 380 people in 35 counties around Missouri, serving approximately 4,000 individuals with disabilities at any given time.
Now, what specifically is your role for the company?
My role at the agency is to serve as the business developer in the Employment Services Department. What I do is I seek out and nurture employment opportunities in the community for individuals of varying abilities.
And you know, what we discussed before the interview process that I really loved to hear about what you do is that you wanted to make sure that people knew you are not just for people with developmental or mental disabilities. You help a wide range of disabilities.
We certainly do. It's really, a disability can be defined as any barrier to employment. Okay. Any diagnosed barrier to employment. It might be an anxiety disorder. It might be a physical disability. We have several of our clients are wheelchair bound, and we help them through the process of getting the accommodations they need to be successful in the workplace. The terminology we like to use really is individuals of varying abilities.
How does employment placement work through your company, and do you only do employment placement?
The answer to that question is really pretty complex. Employment Services is only one department at the Center for Human Services. Employment Services works with people who are at really all stages of their journey towards finding the career that they will eventually find most fulfilling to them. We range from assisting people who need a great deal of training and support to those who really only need minimal support to be successful in the workplace. In Employment Services at CHS, we offer and support about 6 different levels of employment and employment training. It would take really far longer than we have today to explain those levels. But let's just suffice it to say that if you have a disability that is proving to be a barrier to employment, or if you know of someone who does, we can probably help you.
You are here and you are available, and some people may not know about your services. Someone might be suffering with anxiety right now and just wants to know how they can get out and back into the workforce.
You know, that actually is one of the disabilities that are documentable. A poor work history, or someone who's been out of the workforce for 8 or 10 years. You know, we work through Missouri Vocational Rehabilitation. We work in partnership with them. We have had a lot of success in helping people navigate that process to get back into today's workforce if they have indeed been out for an extended period of time.
Now, I know you help the public, but you also need help back from the public. It's kind of a circle where you work and with what you do.
You know, it really is like a win-win situation. We do need the public's help in finding those work sites that prove to be the right job match for our clients. But we also want to help the public by providing employees to meet the hiring needs of the employers in this community. Win-win is really what we're looking for.
If someone owns a business or they're a manager at a business and they could possibly help Center for Human Services find jobs to place people with disabilities into, how would they get a hold of you?
Well, if people have jobs that they're having a hard time filling and keeping filled, the way to get a hold of me is Mark Register at Center for Human Services, 826-4400, extension 375, or at mregister at chs-mo.org.
Mark Register, Business Developer for Center for Human Services. Anything you'd like to add before we say goodbye?
I just want to say thanks for giving us the opportunity to talk a little bit about our agency, Stephanie. The station is a real community partner, and we're very appreciative of that.
Thank you so much.